Welcome to our 2016 series of the Overland Workshop. My name is Andrew St. Pierre White.
And I'm Paul Marsh. Packing.
Packing.
Ah,
I'm packing.
I love packing.
Watch it, I'm packing.
Well, I don't
You're
know.
very good. You're a bit anal packing, to be honest with you.
I'm good at packing.
I know you're very good. I'm actually a bit anal packing my own vehicle too. I want to pack my vehicle my way. So that's why I just leave you to it.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, why pack well? Okay? Because when you've packed badly and you've destroyed kit and you've broken stuff, you learn to pack well. You learn that actually. I think the thing with packing for me has always been, it must be easy to access. That's probably the key element of any vehicle preparation, is when you stop, you do not want to be unpacking too many things to get to something.
Yeah.
It's painful and you don't do it. So the thought process of actually looking at your vehicle and saying, I'm parked up, what do I want to get out first? Table, chairs, what's going to be the things? How am I going to use my vehicle during the day?
I get that, but how do we do that? What is our I understand the mental attitude of, which is quite obvious, but I mean, once you've done a few trips, that becomes more and more obvious. What are your techniques of making that work? Because it works very well with this truck. So help our viewers to figure out.
The truck in the background has been sort of catered for people to use as a sort of package deal. So people who've never driven a vehicle come to Safari Drive, and they engage them and their vehicles. And so what I've looked at when I looked at building this vehicle was, can you get to kit easily? So the double cab gives us. It's access. It's as simple as that. It's access.
It is access, but there's more to it than that. I mean, I see you've had special boxes made.
Oh yeah, no,
and
totally.
So everything kind of.
Well, there's lots of ways you
fits.
can put stuff in a vehicle. You can put it in drawers. You can put it in boxes. You can put it in bags. You can put boxes in boxes, and I think there again you're looking at what looks after the kit. Now Safari Drive, if we use them as an example, have got quite unique bags that they've designed. They've been going 23 years, and the owners, in their wisdom many years ago, took on the idea of putting soft bags. So instead of a hard plastic box where you put everything in, like pots and pans and cutlery and all that, they've got a padded soft bag,
which looks after the kit.
Which actually flaps. It flaps two flaps that way, like a car, like a box, and two flaps that way. And it's a PVC padded bag, square in shape, and it really does look after the kit.
Where can people get those bags?
Well, we have them made in Cape Town. So if people contacted me, I would be able to help them out with getting.
Oh, really?
Bags.
So if people watching this video want to get some of these
bags like that, or want the ideas, you can have bags made by anyone if you can find someone who can stitch properly and make it up. So it doesn't have to be one particular bag manufacturer.
Yeah.
It's the idea behind it that you want to use.
You measured them and you said to them, I want bags this high, this tall, this wide, made out of this material because I want.
Well, we use two things. We make the bags very differently. So we've got a food bag, which is probably around that sort of size. Okay.
Very nice.
It's got
Works extremely well.
Polyethylene wall, which is an insulative, sort of like a squashy foam. Well, it's more like a plastic really. But that gives a lot of insulation, and it's a canvas. It's a D250 ripstop canvas. And that fits in. I mean, it's what the rooftop tents are made out of. It's a really nice canvas bag with straps. So that's all our food goes in there.
It's worked very well.
And that has boxes of stuff. We've got a few Kilner jars in there. We've got the eggs in a special egg box. And that does work well. You can lift that bag out. And a big thing about any box or thing that you use, it must not be too heavy to lift. Once you put a box that's too heavy to lift, you're going to injure yourself. It's awkward to move around. It's cumbersome to lug around. So that's part of the challenge.
Right.
So with this vehicle, yes, they've got the food bag, the fridge, a cooler bag, two of these soft PVC bags, which is one's got cutlery and pots and plates, and so it's split up between all.
And also chair bags. Now, I've always found that those type of chairs, getting them into the bags that they come with, a pain in the neck.
Well, they're just made to fit, aren't they?
Yeah, but your bag, yes, but these bags you've got in here are square, easy to get in, easy to get out, and because of this, the squareness, they sit in properly,
Yes.
and you can actually put softer stuff on top. It just
We've actually,
makes them packing
when
so
I
much
redesigned the bags, I actually had the corners stiffened up with PVC, because all the wear points on the chairs that go into a bag, quickly we saw with the old bags where they wore through. So it's the hard plastic bits in the bottom which rub away.
Yeah.
So all that got strengthened up with PVC. So yes, I mean when you're looking to customize your vehicle, there's some solutions you can buy off the shelf, and the other solutions that you actually need to put a bit of work on. For a lot of people who do small trips, 2-3 weeks a year, they don't need all this. They're quite happy to use what this this chair came in, and it's probably fine. You find when people use the vehicles for a lot longer, like on hire or an overland expedition where you're going for 6 months a year, that's when your kit really needs to be not only properly fitted into bags, properly fitted into the vehicle. Because more often than not, the problems that occur on a vehicle are the bits that have been bolted to it. They haven't been secured properly, they haven't been used, nylock nuts haven't been used, thread lock hasn't been used, washers, anti-lock washers haven't been used, things haven't been glued on properly, the wrong adhesives are used. To just like, they'll glue something to the side, to the wall, it's a set of plugs, and the wrong glue's used, and after a few 100 miles that just drops off. So it's knowing when you build a vehicle that you want to make sure that bolts don't just rattle out. So coming back to the packing, however you're going to use your kitchen, which is something you use a lot of, that particular box or bag needs to be structured so that you're opening a box to get out your plates, your cutlery, your breadboard, that sort of stuff, and it's in one place. The same as when you're packing up items to change a spare wheel. You don't want to open the entire vehicle, because more often than not it's a difficult, dangerous place. You've got a lot of people around. One place, one bag, one spot, and you get your jack, your wheel spanner, your block underneath, your warning triangles, all that in one spot. And then the items you don't use readily, like spares. I've watched people put spares in boxes with no extra padding.
Spares, as far as I'm concerned, spares, tools must be in soft bags. Otherwise, you get a bit of iron filings. They're all rubbed together in a box. Much better to roll them, wrap them in something soft.
Well,
I find
it works well,
better.
and some of the sets you get are nice to be kept in the sets.
Oh, they are
you can
nice,
see
yes.
exactly what you're missing.
Yes, but they're not. What I'm saying is steel rolling
But
on
a roll
steel
of-
in a hard box. It just ruins everything. Yeah.
And the spares I'm talking about mostly when people will get, let's say, a water pump, and you've got a very fragile gasket. Now you'll get it from the manufacturer and it's in a cardboard box, and the water pump may or may not be lying on that gasket. Well, that gasket's destroyed after you've driven a few roads. So I would take the gaskets and I would put them together in a piece of cardboard that I know those gaskets are going to be good when I need them, and they're on top. The water pump I would wrap in bubble wrap and tape it up and mark it. So all the spares in my spares box, and again, there's a whole, what spares do you take, how much do you take? Well, it depends on your trip, and it's another subject. But it's wrapping those up nicely so that they actually pack, and it packs properly in the box, and you've got a list of where things are. Once you've packed your vehicle and you come back to use it a few months later, you forget how you packed it, how it really worked. So once you do a trip, because it takes a good few trips to actually get to suss out exactly how you want to use your vehicle, what you need, what you didn't need, and I think that's the time you make the notes. So the following time you use your vehicle, you can actually just take that list out and go, actually in the glove box it was really useful to have these items, and the center cubby box this. Now yes, it sounds anal, but actually it saves a lot of time. And the next time you head off on your trip, you've got everything you need in the sort of right places, and it works.
Did you enjoy that? Then please subscribe. If you'd like to take our relationship to the next level from just $1 a month to support my productions, or if you'd like to download everything I've ever made, go to forexoverland.com.